Today, Michelle and I are looking at the Keystone Hideout 17 models and considering what's the difference between an 18-foot and a 22-foot travel trailer. Hi, I'm with my friend Michelle, who's an awesome mom who wants to camp with her kids and wants to trade up from a pop-up camper.
So I'm looking for a smallish camper that also has a toilet, a heater, bunk beds, and a refrigerator. Let's go look!
This is a Keystone Hideout. There are two models that Michelle looked at. On the West Coast, they're called the 175BH or the 176BH. The difference between them is a slide out on the 176. Both are 21.5 feet long. The 175 has a dry weight of 3,324 pounds and a fully loaded weight of 4,400 pounds, while the 176 is a bit heavier at 3,715 pounds, but with a fully loaded weight of just 4,500 pounds. Both have separate showers and toilets and sleep six with bunks, a fixed double, and a convertible dinette. Both hideouts have a 27-gallon freshwater tank, a 30-gallon gray water tank, and a 30-gallon black tank. A cool feature of the Keystone brand is that starting in 2021, all of their trailers come standard with some kind of solar package.
Nice thing about this hideout bunk out is it has storage everywhere. It's huge inside. It does have a slide out, so when you're inside you could have a little dance party if you wanted to because there's so much room in there. So if you were camping when it's cold or rainy, you'd have lots of room and it feels very spacious. I honestly feel like it's a big apartment in there. It's so spacious. And bunk beds. It does have a converter for plugs. It's just like having your own little mini apartment to live in for a while. So if you're going camping for a long time, this would be ideal, I think. The drawback is because it's so big, it's heavier, and it feels like you're taking on a lot to take it for, say, a weekend.
Were really
and the bunks
small.
were really skinny, and I believe the top bunk did not have a window, so it feels a little claustrophobic, depending on how you feel about that when you're sleeping.
So far, Michelle has looked at two campers that are technically in the same category of small travel trailers. On paper, they seem very similar. However, they feel completely different. This was my first time looking at a trailer longer than 18 feet, and it was really interesting. The 18-foot Braxton Creek and our Alto feel like compact, efficient spaces. The Keystone Hideout feels much larger. What are the pros and cons of these different styles? First, the pros of the larger unit. Remember the Braxton Creek? It has 6.1-foot ceilings. The Keystone and others in this class have much higher ceilings and therefore give you more overhead storage options, as well as a larger interior feel, aka your ability for an inside dance party. With the extra length comes extra storage. The Keystone 175BH has a nice set of shelves next to the kitchen, as well as extra overhead storage and storage near the bed. You also get the option for a larger fridge as you go up in size. These models often come with fixed beds. In the case of the models we looked at here, fixed bunks and a fixed double bed. In addition to the fixed beds, so sleeping for 4, there's also a dinette which could convert to an additional bed. They claim you can sleep 2 people here, but likely only 1 more. If you only have 4 people, you can leave the table up all the time and have an interior seating space even when the beds are made up. The smaller models all have what is called a wet bath, which means that the whole bathroom is basically the shower too. In the larger models, they almost always have a separate shower, which means your whole bathroom doesn't get wet if you shower. Admittedly, this is one of the features that just doesn't make sense to us for the typical weekend camper. The amount of space that this takes up kind of baffles me. Please someone post in the comments why this feature is so critical to so many people. Maybe I need to rethink my camping personal hygiene? With a bigger camper, you also generally get bigger fresh, gray, and black water tanks. That means if you're going somewhere without water hookups, you can go longer. Or you can just take longer showers. Longer trailers are easier to back up and park in camp spots. Wait, what? Shouldn't a longer trailer be harder to back up? True, you have more height and length to consider when parking your trailer, but a longer wheel length will turn more slowly. While this might be a downside while driving, when backing up, slower response is actually helpful for making small corrections in your direction. The smaller trailers are notoriously harder to park and take more practice. Okay, so that all sounds awesome. What are the benefits to a smaller camper? For us, the huge deal breaker for a bigger trailer was the need for a bigger vehicle. We only have 1 car and want to keep it that way. While our car, a Subaru Outback XT, doesn't get great gas mileage, it does better than many of the larger vehicles that could tow 5,000 plus pounds. If we went for a bigger trailer, we would need an SUV or truck that we wouldn't feel comfortable driving every day. A bigger trailer is bigger. It will handle differently than an 8-foot high trailer. You'll have more obstacles to deal with and more to navigate if you're in a tight camping spot. While a 22-foot trailer will not limit your camping choices much, there will be some spots or campgrounds that you can't get into. There are at least 2 campgrounds on our list for next summer that don't allow trailers over 20 feet. These have more storage, and it seems like more storage should be a good thing. But while these trailers have more room to put stuff, they can't carry more stuff, especially with a single axle, 1 set of tires on the camper. Do you know how much your stuff weighs? We weighed just the stuff we keep in the camper, not food or clothes or bikes, and it came to just over 500 pounds. Add water to that, and these have bigger tanks, and you're already near 750 pounds. The Keystone 176BH carrying capacity is 785 pounds. That doesn't leave you much extra room. We can fit our 500 pounds of stuff easily into a pop-up camper. All the extra storage might buy you more room, but be careful that you don't overload your trailer. The bottom line for us is that a bigger camper just feels less like camping. Your trailer has to make you happy to go camping. A bigger one may be awesome for some people and exactly what they're looking for. Maybe that's right for you. Our personal preference when we go camping is to simplify our lives, and that generally means bringing less and being outside even if the weather is not perfect. We want to be comfortable, but we also want to feel like we're as much in nature as we can. Our main goal is to encourage people to get outside. If a larger trailer with more amenities means you camp more, go for it. You might also consider what the most important things to you are and keep that in the forefront of your trailer search. What do you think? How much does size matter? Hope you enjoyed the tour. We'll be looking at more trailers before Michelle makes a decision. So if you liked this video, subscribe so you can follow the rest of our journey as we find the perfect travel trailer for her family. Or find us at our website, outdoorsmadesimple.com.